As we sit on the couch with Johann rolled up in my arms, her hand reaches for my pants as I go in for a kiss. I skip all the intermediate steps, and I find myself thrusting back and forth. Nearing completion, I look for her reaction, but I cannot make out her eyes. Oh shit. Not again. My left leg does a sudden jerking kick as I am pulled out of my daydream. I sigh regretfully but quickly refocus onto my work, where I see my code working and passing all current test specs. With this completed, I have completed my tasks for the next 5 weeks. I send a pull request and get an email from the senior engineer saying, "Great work, happy 1 year at this company. You are a great referral from Johann." Buzz. I hear the doorbell ring and am already expecting to see Johann. I run up to open the door. "Ha ha, it's almost as if you live here, Johann," I say jokingly. "Hi Mikal," she says as I blush from looking her right in her brown eyes. This has to be a clue, as she hands me some research data from a newly released scientific journal about the dimensional anomaly 16 years ago. The data shows a spike in dark matter right before I traveled forward in time. I remember, the night of my time leap was completely normal, except when I woke up I was 15 years into the future the next day. I remember the sun was shining exceptionally bright through a hole and woke me up. I looked around and the whole neighborhood was in ruins. I jumped out of my bed. I looked for my family, but I didn't get a response. I paced back and forth, not knowing what had happened. It looked like a hurricane and an earthquake happened here. I picked up my phone and noticed the date was wrong. I called the police and told them someone destroyed the neighborhood and my family was missing. They arrived in a cruiser with the sirens blaring an unfamiliar sound. I overheard one of them say, "I hate when homeless idiots waste our time, because they are on some crazy drug," as they slowly made their way back to their car. With a disgusted look, the other cop said, "Yeah, this isn't even Amazon's jurisdiction." I told them I would like to file a missing persons report for my mother and father. "What is their affiliation and their employee number?" one of them said, holding out a digital notepad. "I only have their names. I don't know what kind of affiliation they are part of, and I don't see how their job history matters. I just want to find them." I cry. "Well, we can't do anything with B information," the smaller cop said. They turn around and take their leave. I fall to my knees and hug myself. Where could they have gone, and what is this world? That was when I first met Johann. She had been just passing by as it was her first day transferring to Tesla territory, she told me. She saw that I was having a panic attack in the middle of the road and made sure I was fine. Quickly I let her know the incidents since I woke up. I follow her to what she called Tesla territory. I asked her, "What is this place? What does it sound like?" She says laughingly. I snap back into the present and I ask, "We need 2 answers from a professional." "Like who?" she said. "No idea," as I prepare to play some video games. Johann walks past me and goes to my roommate, Jake. There is giggling and whispers between the two as they go to the room next door. Click goes the lock, that basically screaming, "Do not disturb." My game loads and I connect with my team. Buzz, my phone vibrates with an email notification. "I'm not at work, I'll check that later," I thought to myself. But I hear Musk 2.0 is forcing companies to give its documents from right before the B. Why does Musk 2.0 want this data Johann gave to me? I hear silence from Jake's room. Are they napping? Are they fucking? Are they playing? Are they talking? Are they flixing? These thoughts run laps in my mind. I wish I could go back to when we were all still single, I thought to myself. I knew she was interested in Jake before, but instead of telling her my feelings, I let her fall into Jake's hands. On my trip to the gym, I look at my phone. I swipe right on some notification about a crazy scientist getting arrested for deleting Microsoft documents, and something about a chicken running loose on the streets causing traffic. Finally I opened the email, which had a surprise whoopee cushion sound. That was strange. How did the spam get into my email? The email vanished and I noticed something downloading on the top left, but when I checked recent activity there was nothing. I arrive at the gym, so I stopped thinking about it since it was probably a small update. I keep thinking about the Hein while I squat as heavy as I can. My power is amplified by angry thoughts and I get a few more preps in. After my exhausting working out, I stand at the bus stop for 6 minutes before actually getting on board the bus. To save time, I update my small diary I have been using to log my days since I moved into the future. So far it's been a good way to express my emotions and to keep track of all the differences between my pre-incident time and now. As I take a pause to think about my feelings about Hein, I see text printing by itself. I thought my thumb was on the keyboard or something. Looking around to find nothing but a coherent sentence form on my editor. You must really like this Hein person, too bad you were a wuss, it read. I look around the bus to see who is messing with me, but everyone is busy looking down at their own phones, minding their own business. I am freaking out as I watch the text sign as Ellen. This is impossible. Elon Musk is on Mars as the ruler after he downloaded his brain into an eye.